let's give a small recap. Yeah, recap time. So, last time... Wait, let's journal. So last time we gone to Sharlayan. And we got around, met a lot of people, gone through a lot of books about the history of Sharlayan. And we decided to split up the party. With Alfino, Alize, Trile, Graha and Ishtola staying in Old Sharlayan, while Fankred, Estinian, who's following us, and Orion J going with us to Thavnair, whatever it's. We did first of all the Old Sharlayan stuff, where we gone to a place called Labyrinthos, where we gone around and figured out that something the collective people of Sharlayan are planning to do. But I don't tell it them. Because Labyrinthos is like a giant lab slash storage thing, which is under the entire city of Old Sharlayan. Hidden away. Like, this is Sharlayan. It's pretty small. In the northern empty. And they apparently found something down deep. Because when Kryl made a not so nice contact with Hydaelyn herself, for some reason the connection to Hydaelyn is much stronger in Labyrinthos. But we got figured out by one and only father of Alfino and Alize. We already met back at the end of Shadowbringers, as he denied the help. So, and they also found out Graha, who was doing some shenanigans as being invisible in the library to find some things about the final days and about anything pretty much. We gone to trial and we got somewhat home arrested, but we are not allowed to enter Labyrinthos anymore, or we will be expelled from Sharlayan altogether. Then we met up with the mother of Alfino and Alize. They both got their new clothes, including for Alfino got their sage equipment. So, and now we are here in Thavnair. A place that is, interestingly, it was at first when we arrived, the arrived itself was pretty tough because Orion J had to meet up with the group that one of his oldest friends was in. The one friend that, well, died at the end of 2.3. Let me find the minion of her, because I can't remember names. Moenbreeder. And Orion J was still struggling with it, telling those colleagues about what happened back in the Waking Sands. But we got teleported, and we had to stop Estinian from using all up my money. We found out that trading in the city of Yidlimat is not going as good, because right here is one of the towers that we already see in across the world that for some reason makes people tempered, working for them, and we still do not know what these towers do. All the while we find that there are quite a few Gallians here who are tempered and work for something. And the same goes for the beast tribe here. The big blue elephants. Who we met one. And he brought us to the great work. Which was actually a place where we needed to go as work from Kryl. They are trying to figure something out with reducing and resisting the works of tempered. But yeah, it's a lot of work. So we got through a test to see how our tempered resistance is, and well, we succeeded. And this is where we not and you locked out, Johnny. Good job. Alright, let's talk with Nidahana. Shadowed footsteps. Nidahana regards you with those eyes you could drown in. Yeah. You're a capable warrior too, aren't you not? Would you be available to assist me with another errand? You see, a talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of the key ingredient of it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here. I would go to and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Arkasodara, which are the elephants, and they are being kidnapped and being dragged to the tower too. As we back then found out, they are being used to summon primals. I'll not travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as an escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sure in your depth. Without further ado, let's head to Kalaya's footstep. It is situated in a road which runs east of the Great Work. Yeah, and because of this tower here, trading is not as it used to be. Like, everyone is struggling to get the rent, like the payments, trading. It's all. If I mind reading the 6 or whatever you call it when you see a big word and munch up the letters. Aw, dang. So yeah, that's the recap pretty much. Oh yeah, and Estinian right now is being at the Great Work examined because of his nature of having a bit of blood inside him and the whole stuff with Nidhogg and etc. Araxodora. How it was written properly. I actually do not know. I'm pronouncing everything wrong, but that's no with me. I may miss some mention, but I feel like we've been followed. Oh, Zina. And there they are. Target found. Oh yeah, this is also the first time we are playing Reaper at level 80. When I was at Moose Place for our Christmas, I leveled pretty much Reaper up to level 80. And we haven't even seen the big new ability. Oh, what a day gave me a fright. In a moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thanks, this desires you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. I killed all of them. Very good, let's continue then. Isn't fun, huh? See these pillars and rise up. Terrible. Man, it's quite silent without Nu, but she sadly has work today. It's the evening shift. Evening to late evening. What the frick is this? This looks like a plant combined with a lizard. What the? And here we are, to Kalaya's footstep. Kalaya was a great dancer and those who follow in her. Well, you know, a confirmed displays to train and dedicate their dances to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this spirit which grows in abundance. I was sad about having it once. You would be good to stand guard. I would like to return soon, but to save, better safe than sorry. It's cool that we like Thavnair. Thavnair, we found it like it's been mentioned like in item descriptions, and I think also a bit in the dancer lore, in the dancer job quests. But actually being at places where it's like, hey, this place exists in Eurozone, and it's now like with this new expansion, it's like now you can walk around it. It's like with Charlian. Oh, the music is so good.
Yes, that would be Radzat Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Yeah, our voice was like this.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, there's the Fandaniel dancer clothes, like the ones that exist since Stormblood, but this is cool. It shows really that this world is so alive. What can you tell me of the setup? Yeah, what can you tell me about them? Yeah.
Well, he is the most important person in Radzat Han.
Yeah, the dancing.
Long ago,
set.
This island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
Oh, the Auras
came
for a time,
here? Until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
Oh, wait, holy shit. This is actually interesting lore, because when I read a bit of the lore of the Auras, they actually, some fled from the east, and some ended up in Ishgard, which ended bloody. But to hear that, like, some actually landed here and made foot. Damn, this game has so good lore. Okay.
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzat Han to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
God, this world building is so good. Yeah.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
I never noticed that so many auras are here. Yeah, it's mostly aura and here. Oh.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something? Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
What?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
What?
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
Yeah.
Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
What? Okay. Giotto Matteo. What? So, first it was Fandaniel speaking, as we know him and all. But then somehow his voice changed. Like there were two voices at the same time, and then his entire voice changed. What? Yoshi P, you can't do this to me. It's only level 80 and I'm already too insane. I have enough spirit to last a while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let's not beg for the great work, shall we? God damn it. This is like with goddamn Charlian all over again. It's like, oh. It's like only like level 80. It's like being calm and all. And it's like, BAM! Fuck you, and this slap in the face. Oh my god. Like, I remember the start of Shadowbringers till 81 was, well, never mind. Never mind. Shadowbringers also started pretty fucking heavy. That part with Alize and that part with Alize was, yeah. Oh my Jesus. That's a big elephant. That stuff with Alize was like, what the actual? This game is like, oh, you had your calm start. Let's fucking slap you with things. Also the voice acting, like there's so many more voice scenes like compared to like A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, Stormblood. And even if they aren't voiced, they are still very funny and filled with character, like with Estinian having being scammed nearly twice. Like one time he was actually scammed, and the second time first time we prevented it, but the second time was nearly happening. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting to see, like, it's mostly auras. Like, there are, I think there's a lot more heroes, but those are like, yeah, heroes are heroes. There's also like a bit of like auras sprinkled around, including with the whole elephants. I was at first very unsure about the elephant tribe, but now that I see them, how they live and all, I'm invested as hell. Lucina, no, thanks again for the assistance. With your help, we get a little bit closer to accomplishing our talisman. Much, but we just had to go attitude. Boy's errand. Well, doesn't done alone that she's about to send you on another errand. At least the quests have humor in it. Excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Huh? You're both back. Excellent. Oh, it's a small one. I have a message for you, Mr. Snidana. We seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? I lost the cost to plenty. I suspect that was before Jit told everyone about the tempering cure. An Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers has since been inspired to a fresh number of new talisman types. I see. Maybe it leads to new possibilities, then I will be to complain. I need to play downstairs. I should be happy to do this if you like. As I might pretty over, my dear boy. I can't in good conscience send you out there alone with 5 kidnappers at large. As you know, love, but I'm impressed and trust you. Might I ask you to fetch the giant skull? In case you're not familiar, giant skulls are type of ore found on the island's Owing. Ah. Fandaniel just talked about this Owing something. Oh, I forgot. The Courageous was found at the giant skull grounds. Isn't that the way? So it should take much more time. Maybe impose you with once more? Leave it to me. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, we seek out my name. Zenyuha. He will furnish you with the ore. At the elite, permit me to accompany you. So it happens I have an errand of my own. They will take me to the outpost nearby. Maybe be part of Hamza, Mr. Sintana? By all means, don't drive with patient with them. They also survived the stern training. I will bring the Hamza to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. My Indian accent is like non-existent, it's like trying. We already have an alchemist or dancer. That was for travel, paint, perfume, and packs. More urgency. The great house. And the quest names. These quest names are so funny. Can we ride a dodo? Here they are, the Hamza. You see now. Could you look familiar? Because they are close-kin to your Eurasian dodos. Hamza has been kept as a livestock in Thavnair. A mining hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of them was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of the said hatchery being situated near the tower, the radiant host will personally remain as an outpost. This is where my errand takes me, and your own destination. It's a stone throw away. Now Jackson, let's face to the outpost. We set forth at your word. You're ready? Then as it's bad, you need only ride and relax. A bird and I will take the lead of yours. Follow. Oh wow. Let's be off. If you hadn't gotten red dodos for you, we want a wobbly gate. I mean, I never had a dodo, sadly. Okay, this is cool. This is like the transport cutscenes, but story related. That particular phone searching over there is not Kadaga. We thought Legends Host was leading by Monsignor against the Murga before the cost sound at the conflict's end. Dang, this is so cool. This is so cool. To the last I see no introduction is the tower. As you can see, it's straddles on small aisles. This is so cool! This is so, I'm sorry, I'm just amazed at this one. All up there, to the main part of the edge, the top of the cliff, that's what's safe on the beach. These small things, I love them. Like, we could have walked there with our own mount. And be like, in the middle, always stop in and be like, hey, this is this and that. And the game is like, no. You walk there with him together. Okay, bye. And here we are, manned by the Radiant host. This outpost is the first of defense against the tower. Dang, it's so close. Well, well, who should it be but a young Razan on a random trap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude for the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for the unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty. We are honored to receive his excellent regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment for one so young could be regarded as cause. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of a battle. No place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been what, 2 years now since you took over? I know what the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went to them to represent the satrap in foreign lands, where he may now, I'm certain he is well. As for myself, I'm sure that all I do is my own volition. Hardly I pray you not to be ill on his excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but I still worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall for you. As a little brother to us, take care of all of you here. I will. I bet then thank you. And it might be not harnished by the looks of her. I might be into this. I see a shadow of the horizon contingent. Come to process of making the talisman. Yours, eh? How appeared all over there too? Yes. Tell me, what is the situation like? My strategy and change from soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn from the value I believe. Excellent idea. Give the unprecedented nature of the threat. Some of us are understandably anxious. We'll be glad for any tidings you can share. You too, bring Russia in the latest report and answer any questions you may have. Gather information. I see someone there fishing casually. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about ourselves. This tower of Zardes folks have taken to calling it suddenly appeared where it did on the outskirts of Narune. We searched for its own friend at a distance, but we go too far into the water and we'll expose yourself to the corrupting ether. You're an foreigner, aren't you? How would you move the towers on your homeland? Well, our struggles are not unique. They are hostile alive with the talisman. We must keep the monsters contained until we're ready. Dang, it's so goddamn... I don't know why, but this fog makes this thing look much more spookier. Alright, I don't know about you. There's a lot of areas there. Anything you have, you can tell us about telephory. We know that they're once behind the towers, and we declared war out to the whole world. But why are you doing this? What do you want? This is we don't understand. Yeah, I want everyone dead. What? They want them to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can't bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight with them having fed like Erusians and Far Eastern brothers. Sorry, sir. Your inventory is packed. Yeah. Oh. Oh wait, that's the housing thing. I need to sell some shit. Got them rich. This rich emote. They don't have any problem. I actually find it interesting. Wait a moment, I need to close my window here. Oh, it's getting cold. Pretty cold. Alright, let's talk Nabden. Of course, when you have yes and use your company. We are in the Radiant House, military under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with therefore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors for ranks. Even so, we have struggled to contend with the fields of the tower. Though we succeed in striking them down, one of our 2 occasions, came in force. I had to pay a heavy price. What of the tower in there is there? There are likewise spawn monsters? Yep. So it's much as the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect to call outside for to be answered. Okay, already early theory. Since we saw in a cut in the opening that there's monster gonna run around. What is the? I'm trying to remember what animal this was. This is literally gonna be like Babylonia from Fate Grand Order, where it's just a swarm of monsters coming. From the towers itself, like from each tower, and then bam, bam, bam. When you just begin with the soldiers, have you? Oh, it was enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub, Prof. Razatan ordinarily receives us with steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. All one steered for information. Everyone has been grateful for your account. But come, you had to see the original errand. This mine kept me here a while longer, however. I'm afraid I cannot guide you for the rest of the way. Why not? The path is straightforward. You need to follow the road east upon the Hamza. You will arrive before you know it. Brief though it is, was enjoyed the time. Till we meet again. The day music finally starts. Feels dank man trumpet. Oh, the game wants me to mount one of those things again. Well, let me first pick this wind thing up. Yeah. And for more safer drinking. Big knees. Okay, let me also my model. Okay, now it's more aligned with my monitor. So the Hansa appears to want to return home. Return off his streets back. Surely become separate to instead speak with it Guardian and please get the Mahat tree. Mount it again. I can mount those things like this. That'll be cool. Okay. Damn, we gotta go quite a bit actually. Dang, it's foggy. Oh. Jamal, the brother of Jamal. I heard. Okay, I misheard it. Alright. No sooner do you arrive at your destination, then the Hamza dashes off. What a piece of... Oh, nice. Aye, is it need to giant your grounds? And in Senuana. There is something you require? Oh, this is a mine. Giant skull for the alchemists, you see. Of course, sure of it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and this is the least we can do. Right on what materials they need. Dang, this is like an actual stone quarry. Gives me a bit of the vibes from the stone quarries from Settler 5 that you can build. Like the level 1 is just like this, like you just have to go up, mine the rocks, etc. And then the end, like level 3 is like with a full crane and everything. My glass effect. Tipping the scale. Here we are, a fleck of the purest giant scale. Always set aside for the alchemist friends. I will get the good fault of the great work now that we are grateful for efforts. Any more? I need to be asked. Giant Skull Grounds. Oh, it's finally the day again. Fandaniel looks so good when it's actually daylight. Okay, can I sell some stuff? Hey bro. This frog will walk with me till the end. Welcome back, Lucina. Yeah, I hope you find giant skull. Empty sack filled to the brim with chunks of the purest giant skull. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you for giving these. Oh, everything made for the next prototype. One should be capable of passing our most rigorous test. When it's ready, it will be time for the thorough test. So please take your ease while you can. Small ship. I'm trying to maybe go to the tower directly. Man. I need to make this.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
I need to make after the stream. I need to make this as a screenshot with just man. Same with the Yakuza thing with her mom.
I have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed.
I like to feed
I've never been
daddies.
one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, Were not the Telophoroi born of her body, as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning,
Holy Jesus, Orion
and
J.
its worth.
That's deep.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
I know, Johnny. I didn't want to say it.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Oh, God damn it. Oh no. Get that motherfucker! Why are you hiding, a little binge?
What is it? What did you see?
I saw a little binge. A Daniel.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last!
Oh boy. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. We do not know if he fucking sabotaged it.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. To accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Oh no.
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
So it doesn't come to that. Oh my god, this is not a big... This is a
Either
bad
way,
feeling in the stomach.
We are fortunate to have you with us.
You just started on Walker.
Are you certain you wish to do this?
I did start Endwalker during the release day, but I then was 2.5 weeks gone, visiting my girlfriend and staying there over Christmas, and then till on New Year I also had someone to visit, and then I also had to go back to work, and yeah. I'm still very early on Endwalker, like, and then every time I wanted to stream, it didn't find the time, and blah blah blah, and then of course I had other things. Yeah, I'm very early Endwalker still. I'm like still at level 80 quest. Plus, I take this game now. I take it with very big time.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
But I want to play more in the coming weeks.
But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue.
So there will be a bit of more break in February once I have my wisdom teeth removal. It's gonna probably knock me out for a week.
While you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Oh yes, I will fucking... I have the scythe on my back, and it has his name on it.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Oh, beans. But yeah, I'm still early. But plus, this is the first time that Johnny is further done with Endwalker than I am. For the people who don't know, Johnny, back when Shadowbringer came out, he took a long break. I forgot what it was fully, but we just didn't have the time to play. So it's funny that now you, Johnny, are like near the end game more than I am. It's kind of funny. But then again, Endwalker, for one reason, I wanna play more casually. Like, I wanna take my time even more. Hello, Pepega. Speaking of Pepega, Pepega is always with me. I still always have a program. Weird place, gets both in life and game. Yeah, and now it's like for me. Well, more in a weird place with life because new apartment, having taken care of it, visiting my girlfriend, having to clean and stuff, getting distracted. And also now, soon in February, I get my wisdom teeth removal. How are you doing, Pepega? Long time no see. I mean, well, long time no see in stream chat, but we do sometimes talk. Oh boy. Someday you feed on a tree fork. I will not feed on this tree fork. This tree fork is the representation of Pepega. Always in my inventory since mid of Shadowbringers. This is what I find good. I expected. I won't complain. In-game MMO experience plus work, I could just really get through it. A lot of work to do. I could sit midday doing playing maybe something else, and of course not really rich enough to pay for the game time. Yeah. All that remains is but to end your own way. Oh, I should become corrupted. Do not stay in your hand. First I pray do not come to that. You must protect yourself. Okay, alchemist can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind. And perhaps I only hope for toppling this tower. For Allah's sake, don't hesitate, it must be done, whatever it may be. Well, the longer we ride us out, the more nervous it becomes. Let's get off. Head to the Tower of Zod. Oh, beans. Yeah, for me it was just the time, the mental time.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
So I found out how many jobs I want to play, try to optimize. Okay.
Any moment now.
Ooh.
It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Keep that amulet really safe, girl, because I feel like if he's around here somewhere, he will try to destroy it. How her defending me. As when Richard playing that someone. As I wanted to.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
I'll be very careful.
A few more steps.
Let me at least be in front of you.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! Oh god.
Ah!
Oh, for fuck's sake. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, I had a very bad feeling in my stomach. Oh my Jesus Lord Christ. What is this? Oh my. Oh, by the 12. Oh god. Oh, there you are, you little bench.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Oh, you take your
A little
grabby
late
hands.
for heroics, I'm afraid.
Take your fucking grabby hands off it, you little binge.
The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
7 hells. Patrons of old, is he a warlock player?
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me.
What?
Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
Okay, bro. So you have the memories and like, you just have the memories of the one who's named Fandaniel. So you're just pretty much a faker.
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
Oh boy.
I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
What?
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service. Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
He was an old Allagan?
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing.
What?
Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence.
It looks like Azazla.
For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest.
That's
An inexhaustible ambition carried
What?
us onwards. Always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon.
You're telling me he resurrected Zande, the final boss of the Crystal Tower, second Crystal Tower raid? Yeah, Johnny, that's Azazla. That's the center of Azazla, where we fought Lahabrea and his somewhat girlfriend. What?
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death.
Did he revive Zande?
In the end, all is lost.
What?
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands.
Ah!
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work.
Ah! It's him! Sorry, did I skip one voice scene? What?
And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation.
I'm located.
Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
What lies ahead? Did he sort of...
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
What? What?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
Xenos. I don't know why, but for some reason I just imagined my head, the one scene from Metal Gear Solid 4. Liquid! Just replace it with Fandaniel! So, Fandaniel. Well, the seat of Fandaniel is actually placed by someone who was once called Amon, an elegant researcher who met the actual emperor of the elegant. Oh my lord. Ah, you returned. But where's Mrs. Niederhana? Money's in a preserve. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to your great work. Oh, beans. Oh, beans. Look, it's not a walrus, it's a walrus. Oh, beans. Oh. I don't know how to process this right now. Thanks for watching. If you wanna catch me live, head over to twitch.tv/handsome_shadow. And for updates, head over to my Discord or Twitter. Links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another time. Bye bye.